Hello explorers, and welcome to today's video. In this video, we shall be taking a look at the top 10 most influential African countries and the actual reasons which substantiate their impacts on the African continent. If you are new here, welcome. Please endeavor to press the like button and don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss any of our future uploads regarding the interesting continent of Africa. With that out of the way, let's begin. Number 10. Algeria. Alongside Egypt and several other sovereign territories, Algeria is one of the leading countries in North Africa, a region that houses African Arabs. The military sector of Algeria has remained a vibrant contributor to Algerian politics since 1962, when it gained its independence. To recall past events, Algeria went through a deadly war with France, which lasted for a period of 8 years. Today, Algeria has one of the largest economies in Africa, and its military is the second most powerful on the African continent. Number 9. Zimbabwe. Zimbabwe is largely considered an African territory with a God-fearing purpose. The country commands intense might and has remained focused on developing itself without any interference from Western policies. In this regard, Zimbabwe has kicked against the conventional development policies which Western countries practice and have tried to impose on Zimbabwe. Although President Mugabe's administration posed some economic downfall to Zimbabwe, the Zimbabwean current government gathered efforts together and ensured the country's economy was revived. Zimbabwe now has a series of economic benefits at its disposal, and this can be attributed to several factors such as the favorable incidence of literacy, the diligence of the Zimbabwean masses, and the vigorous presence of its sophisticated military. With the help of these beneficial factors, Zimbabwe has emerged as one of the most influential African territories in terms of military and economic success. Number 8. Rwanda. With the precise definition, Rwandans show intense passion for their country. This constitutes one of the remarkable things about Rwandans. Moreover, Paul Kagame, the president of Uganda, has shown readiness to keep on maintaining national peace and order under his applaudable leadership. Rwandans have been favored by significant improvements under the leadership of President Kagame. As regards to current statistics about the growth standards of African countries, Rwanda, which once encountered serious economic and political setbacks, currently ranks among the fairly developing countries in Africa. In terms of military capabilities, Rwanda has strengthened its military personnel who are charged with the responsibilities of fighting against guerrillas and carrying out excellent infantry operations. This has enabled Rwanda to earn acclaim from the United Nations organization. Number 7. Uganda. Uganda is one of the most influential African countries, especially in terms of military intervention. With respect to this, the country's military has been acclaimed for its past effort in restoring peace to some disorderly African countries like Kenya and Rwanda. By way of recalling past events, the Ugandan military safeguarded Kenyans while they were in chaos in 2008. Besides that, the Ugandan army abolished the genocide which almost wreaked havoc on Rwanda in 1993. They even went further to battle with the Rwandan insurgents in Congo, and gathered efforts to restore peace to embattled Somalia and devastated Southern Sudan. Despite this significant military intervention and the urge to maintain peace, Uganda is not considered the African country with the best military technology. However, the factual point is that Uganda possesses one of the most fearless military sectors in Africa. In the late 1980s and around the sub-Saharan region of Africa, Uganda became one of the first countries to welcome the concept of market reforms. In 2006, Uganda transformed impressively into a level-headed reformer with an advanced political system and a strong economic basis. As part of the series of improvements which resulted, Uganda experienced an increase of over 0.5% in its real GDP, from 6.5% to more than 7% for a period of 10 years lasting in 2010. Number 6. Morocco. Besides being a giant North African nation, Morocco is considered one of the most influential countries in Africa. Currently, Morocco has attained an impressive standard of development which clarifies that it could be a strategic avenue through which Africa may be discussed or approached. Significantly, Morocco has benefited massively from the decision of many global organizations to establish their business empires in it, in the hope that this will encourage quick access by other African territories. Morocco has been favored by several important factors that continually increase the number of foreign investors. Among these factors are the competitive nature of the workforce, the certainty of political stability, and the geographic nearness to European countries. Number 5. Kenya. Kenya is arguably Africa's mainstay of human resource capital. Across the entire African continent, Kenya has the highest number of educated persons, and besides this, the country is Africa's most efficient center for ICT. Although South Africa and African Arab nations are known for the fastest infrastructural advancement, Kenya is gathering significant efforts to be in a parallel stance with these countries. Meanwhile, the mainstay of Kenya's national development is its human capital sector, where it churns out sophisticated people who are spread across the world. In recent times, Kenya backed a prestigious vote where it is regarded as one of the best global countries to live in. Number 4. Nigeria. Although Nigeria is Africa's largest economy and the most populous country on the African continent, it isn't really a big shock that it sits in just the 4th position among the most influential countries in Africa. While Nigeria takes the 4th position on this list, the country's main crises are attributed to political instability. Nigeria is dominant for being the largest African country in terms of national production. Its manufacturing sector contributes massively to its increasing level of national growth. Despite its voluminous level of production, Nigeria is yet to experience any sustainable standard of economic development. Although there are various sources through which the government of Nigeria generates revenue, Nigeria depends largely on the exportation of crude oil, and the returns generated from this constitutes about 90% of the country's overall export revenue. Despite the various national challenges Nigeria faces, the country remains Africa's largest economy. Based on the forecast conducted on the GDPs of African countries, records have shown that by the year 2040, Nigeria's GDP, which symbolizes the national volume of production, may have risen in excess of $4.2 trillion. For years, the GDP of Nigeria has been on a rapid increase, and by 2040, Nigeria's GDP will have accounted for nearly 2% of the global volume of production. Significantly, it has been foreseen that Nigeria's standard of development will have a great impact on Africa's global stance in future moments. If Nigeria can attain substantial future advancement, then Africa will increase in global impact. Likewise, it has been forecast that Nigeria's population, currently regarded as the largest in Africa, will emerge as the 4th largest global population by the year 2040. Number 3. Egypt. In Africa, Egypt claims the 3rd spot amongst the most influential countries. However, in North Africa, Egypt is the most influential country and has remained so for an immense time. In reality, Egypt is majorly considered an Arab territory that could have belonged to another continent if Africa hadn't covered its territory. Within and beyond Africa, Egypt is considered one of the most influential group of countries that have long been civilized. Likewise, it has a remarkable place among the first group of nation-states across the globe. Impressively, Egypt became a sovereign state even before any of several other influential African countries like Nigeria, South Africa, and Algeria could attain independence. Egypt also has the continent's most powerful military, making it one of the most formidable forces on the African continent. Number 2. Ethiopia. Ethiopia is not only a giant East African country, but also one of the most influential countries in the whole of Africa. Besides its historic significance, Ethiopia is regarded with a great influence on being the only African country yet to experience any form of colonialism. For over 2,000 years, Ethiopia has maintained its autonomy and neither has any colonial power encroached its terrain. Historically, Ethiopia commands great reverence as the word Ethiopia can be found in 44 biblical references. This, together with some other factors, is clear proof that Ethiopia is a dominant country as regards to diplomacy, autonomy, politics, and history. In terms of war, Ethiopia commands historic prestige, especially through the victory it claimed over Italian colonial forces at Adwa. As a matter of fact, this occurrence is the point behind the cognizance that Africans have the might to defy European colonialists. If there is any black nation to be revered for having maintained its indigenous language, writing, and culture without any European dominance, then Ethiopia is certainly the only African country that merits such reverence. Number 1. South Africa. In the entirety of Africa, South Africa happens to be the only country with membership in the duo of BRICS and the renowned G20. Likewise, South Africa is a member of the EU's 10 strategic partners from across the world. South Africa's presence among EU's 10 strategic partners results from the certainty that it is the African countries with the largest trading relationship with the European Union. Though Nigeria is regarded as Africa's largest economy, South Africa arguably claims a more influential status than Nigeria due to its significant relationship with global powers such as China and Russia. Under the leadership of late Nelson Mandela, South Africa gradually advanced from apartheid into a harmonious nation. Thabo Mbeki gave South Africa a tremendous outlook, especially in the aspect of economic growth. Through his significant transformation of the country, South Africa has reaped great benefits, and this makes it one of the most influential global countries as well as the second largest economy in Africa. So there you have it, explorers, the top 10 most influential countries in Africa. Do you agree with this list? Or do you think we forgot to include any African countries in this list? Don't hesitate to share your thoughts with us in the comment section. Also, don't forget to subscribe and turn on notifications so you don't miss out on future educative and informative videos regarding the interesting continent of Africa. Thanks for watching this one. Catch you all in the next.